Who is this? Who? I'll tell you who this guy. This guy right here. This is Mr. Wizard. This is Mr. Flair specifically. This is Harrison. This is literally you, bro.
When them flames light up the sky, it's not just a signal. It's a warning.
This is literally you, bro. Like
it's got my fit. He's got my like that is like I wear stuff like that. Like that is legitimately my fit. And the blue flames. That is my mental image of solar flare. You're talking about mine. That middle one is literally you. That is my mental image of the radio rage. Man's built like a brick shithouse. Man, it looks like he's finna throw people into the next continent.
Literally. So, yeah, I guess we found our variants. Our comic book variants.
One day.
What? Afro?
Nah, the one on the other one. One day. The girl I'm talking about.
Oh, for me.
One day.
Yes, one day. She is coming, brother. She is coming for us both individually. They are coming. These women, they are coming. The comic book or the anime, females. That would be really funny. Side point.
If any of y'all girls out there looking like Yoruichi, hit me up.
That'd be really funny if like your future girl was like heavily into anime like you, and then my future girl was heavily into comic books like me.
What is it that Hawkeye said in Endgame? Oh yeah. Don't give me hope. We gotta give you hope. It's possible, bro.
Or it'd be really funny if my girl was really more into anime and then your girl was into comics. That would be kind of cool. I wouldn't care. Like I like both, so and you like both, so it wouldn't matter. But yeah,
Raheem, what are we talking about today?
Man, they see the title, they see the thumbnail. Like y'all see our backgrounds. All right, we're talking about Black. It's very important. Black comic book characters and Black anime characters. This is important. I haven't seen a video about this. Maybe they're out there, but I haven't seen a video about this. And granted, from my background, this isn't necessarily Black comic book characters from Marvel or DC. These are just kind of, for one, they're variants of us. But on a side note, they're kind of showing that Black people can be. It's cool to have a Black comic book character. It's not just, it doesn't have to be a white guy with curly hair, or a bat suit, or in a suit made of armor, or, with Star Spangled, with a star on his chest. Their shield doesn't have to be that. It can literally be,
Why are you throwing shade at Cap?
I'm not. I'm just saying that's the typical. Most people when they think of comic book characters, they can think of those symbols, the S symbol, right? It could be this. There's nothing wrong with that. It's still cool. You got this girl over here, right? Chill vibes, right? But
yeah.
I did this because we did this because, as you know, I'm mainly into comics, and I figured, let's talk about Black comic book characters. And Mr. Wizard,
I am the anime wizard.
He is the anime wizard. So let's talk about Black anime characters. So where do we begin, man? Let's just talk about how important they are to have this. Like, let's start with anime characters, Black anime characters. How do you think, bro, they are important for us, people like us?
Like with anime specifically, because they're made in Asia, stuff like that. They tend not to go like all out with skin tones and stuff like that. Yeah. So with cases like Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z or Sid Barrett from Soul Eater, they are basically Black guys, but are different skin tones or stuff like that. like DBZ does that a lot, honestly. Like with in the BoJack movie, perfect example. All them dudes got like rocking beanies, got like Jerry curls and or got like rocking the afros and stuff like that. They are black. Like it is black. Like they are coded as black dudes, but they're not like they don't have the skin tone.
Right.
Like it is important for that. Like it is important. Like that black people are represented in anime, especially in stuff like cosplay communities and stuff like that. Because folks be getting mad when folks be cosplaying like different characters and stuff like that because, well, they're not this color, they're not that color, this, that, and the other. They not real anyway. Let folks do what they want.
Yeah, I never like that where people like you can like I still like Superman. Like I don't want Superman to be black. Superman should be the race he is, which is a white man, or Kryptonian, which he's white skin. So I don't want, I'm not saying like, or we're not saying, the character shouldn't be their character. They should be whatever the comic book industry made them, publishing company made. Let's keep it that way. We're just saying let's highlight the ones who are black. You feel me?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Like it's weird, especially with how anime handles that. Because it is a mixed bag. Because like in some cases they do have like legitimate like folks who look like they're not stereotyped or anything like that. They look like they don't look like stereotypes. Like all these guys in the background right here, like straight up what black folks be looking like. Yeah. Then you have examples like Mr. Popo and Mr. Black from DBZ, where it's like the full on just looking like they're from 1930s cartoons. Yeah, I'll put it like that.
Yeah, definitely know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's just.
You know what's funny for the comic book side? A lot of the black characters, most of them are masked, like Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Falcon, like when I say mask, like half mask, like Falcon is pretty much half masked, if you will.
Spawn is completely masked.
Yeah, Spawn is completely masked. Black Panther is masked. Green Lantern isn't. Is Green Lantern masked?
No, he doesn't.
He's not masked. Okay. And then Luke Cage. Luke Cage isn't masked, right? Luke Cage doesn't have to wear, But I just noticed that, like a lot of those black superheroes are, and that's not really a big issue with me. I don't really care. They're masked or no mask. But it's to me, it's kind of cool to kind of see like, the only time where I saw in a movie where black comic book characters teamed up was the only ones I can think of, War Machine and Falcon in Infinity War for a little bit. They showed kind of them interacting, and then they were in Wakanda, so they're kind of. And then in Civil War, where it was Sam and Black Panther in the car, kind of communicating with one another. But that's only limited. But like, I think go ahead.
Like my view on like this kind of representation as a whole is honestly like pretty much my opinion on the Black Panther movie as a whole. Like think whatever you want about the movie as a movie itself, but I think like the Black Panther movie is like one of the most important MCU movies.
Yes,
because I think it is important that like little black boys and stuff, like little black boys have a superhero that looks like them. I think that is important.
Yeah, like I'm not people like miss that, bro.
Like that, like I think that is important. Because you can still look like I love Cap. Like I like Cap is honestly my favorite MCU character. Mm-hmm. But I do look up to Black Panther because this is I am being represented in this medium. Mm-hmm. Like I have representation in this medium, or it's at least a start.
Exactly. There's a reason why Miles Morales is my favorite character. Why? Because I fit what he looks like. Besides this new guy, I look more like him. But like, you know,
A lot on the nose.
huh?
Like completely, like that is completely on the nose.
Oh, this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's wearing the Africa shirt. Like he doesn't look Nigerian. He just looks like he's black, but like he's repping Africa. Like that's me. I don't look necessarily Nigerian. Like if you met me in a random, like you would never would be like, oh yeah, he's Nigerian. No, you'd be like, no, he's black. Like, but I like that too because it's like the shoulders, bro. I could just tell he's traps, bro. He's got traps, right? But you're right, bro. I think it is important. Like perfect example, you were talking about representation. As a kid, I've told you this off camera. I used to have a Superman and a Green Lantern toys. I used to have they were like really big, and I would use them. I would play with them, play along with them, and Green Lantern would always win. Why? Because Superman was this big white, character. I was like, oh, that's cool. I have a Superman's cool, but the same size was Green Lantern, and it was the John Stewart Green Lantern, this dark-skinned black man who just looked like my dad, and me understanding liking comic books and respecting my dad and understanding that my dad is my hero, it just made more sense for me to look up to this toy and be like, yeah, I can be this one day. As a 5-year-old, me being like, oh, I can do anything, right? So I think you're right, bro. Like it's imperative that we look up to these characters, and maybe who knows? Maybe one day when you grow older, you'll end up looking like one of your variants in a comic book character. Who knows? Maybe you start looking like these two one day, and you actually that freaks me out actually because it's like
it's uncanny.
It's like out of all the posters, these are next to each other. That's what's crazy. These two are. I didn't edit this. It came out like this. It's just funny to me. And you sit on that side, I sit on this side. Like that's just the. And then the girl is a filler. Eventually, that will eventually come. But that's just crazy to me.
Like, all right, like black characters anime for me, like the biggest one that comes to mind to me is like, all right, his face is cut out here because I ran out of space. Killer Bee from Naruto.
Mm-hmm.
Like Killer Bee, when his first appearance in Naruto, this man like just completely solos Sasuke and all of his crew by himself. Sasuke being set up as one of the strongest dudes in the show at that point, coming off of one of his biggest wins, he takes the biggest L against Killer Bee, who's barely even trying. Like he's just coming out like he is more or less just messing with them the entire fight. Like mid-fight, he just stops, writes down some lyrics, and then goes right back to fighting. I'm like, this man is cold. This man is cold. And he like Jesus. Like, and him being set up as like at that point the strongest Jinchuriki, the guy, like the strongest tail beast user, because he had mastered control over the tail beast power. It was like that was so cool. That was so cool. Mm-hmm. And then you see his backstory, like his full-on backstory. Like he has the typical Jinchuriki backstory of being shunned from the rest of his village because they see him as a monster. But instead of like letting that negativity get to him, like letting that negativity get to him, like causing him to go into despair, into like depression, or causing him to go into like a path of hatred, like he just lets all that negativity roll off his shoulder. Like he doesn't let it get to him. Like he takes that negativity and he just uses it as fuel. Like, cause like he's a music man, like he's a rapper. He just uses it as like fuel. Like he just uses it as fuel for his lyrics and all that, until eventually he earns everybody's respects to the point where the village be showing up for his concerts and all that. Killer Bee is honestly one of my favorite characters in Naruto, and the fact that he is a black dude, like it just adds to it for me personally. even more. Because if he's taking all that negativity, he's letting it run off his shoulder and he's using it in something creative, then maybe maybe I can too.
Comic books and anime shows really give you that power that I don't think people really understand. When people hear anime and comics, they're like, oh, you're childish, or oh, you have no life. You don't seem to understand. People who watch these shows and these movies and read these books, these stories, they have
hold on. This is my response. This is my response to those guys. I'm sorry that I didn't care about anything the Kardashians were doing. I'm sorry that I didn't care about any of that. I'm sorry that I didn't care about any of that stuff. I apologize that I chose to stick with characters that are actually likable.
It's funny.
And honestly, ironically, feel like real people.
Yes. It's weird. Reality shows are fake and scripted.
Yeah.
Comic books and anime shows are fake and illusions.
They feel more real.
But they feel more real and relatable than anything else. That's why the kids who do this stuff, like us, have the biggest imaginations. Because there's no limitation. Bro, it teaches you, like, yo, there is no simple-mindedness, 2 + 2 = 4. No, in comic books, let's just talk about anime, because that's easy. Like, it is very easy to say, in anime world, 2 + 2 does not equal 4. There's many ways. They can pull something out their behinds. You know, let's just Dragon Ball Z, for example. You think the fight is over? Oh, no. Saiyans get stronger. Anytime they get strong, that doesn't make any sense. You're supposed to get weaker with somebody's fight. You're supposed to lose energy. No, they gain it.
It's the guts to never give up.
That's crazy.
If you are like Killer Bee, if you experience a whole bunch of negativity, you can you don't have to let that negativity define you as a character. You can use it as fuel into something constructive. Mm-hmm. If you're like Abdul, if you have something that you regret, if you have something that you deeply regret, then you can work to try and make it better. Mm-hmm. If you are like Afro Samurai, you feel like you have to do, like you are driven, like the drive to do something in life. You can do it. Like that's what these it's more realistic. It is more realistic than whoever the Kardashians are sleeping with this week.
Yeah.
It's way more realistic and way more human.
Don't worry, bro. Eventually, by the time 2030 comes, this will be mainstream America. It's not even.
It already more or less is.
It is exactly.
Like comic books and anime are becoming way more mainstream than they used to be.
Exactly.
You remember the you remember the days of the RDC thing. Why are you watching this stuff? You black, or did you forget that? the RDC thing, like the bit that they did with that.
Yeah.
Like folks were genuinely like that.
Yeah. Like, bro, you're black. Okay, and I still watch this shit.
And I'm I'm sorry that I don't care about I'm sorry that I don't care about the NBA. I'm sorry that I don't care about rap. I'm sorry that I don't care about rap music or any of that kind of stuff.
No, I like rap music.
But
I still like rap music. I get what you're saying though. I don't like mumble rap. I like Kanye rap, Gambino rap.
It depends for me. Yeah. Some stuff I like, some stuff I don't like a lot of modern stuff.
But same thing. Like when I was a kid, I got made fun of because I like rock music. I've always liked rock, and people forget. Need I remind you? Rock music is not a white person thing. Black people invented rock music. I want to remind everyone of that.
Yeah.
That is very true. Black people made rock music. So let's just put that. But as a kid, no one cared. No one understands that. So I listen to rock music. I got made fun of it. Right? I didn't care. It's still good to me. I still became the villain of my own story. You didn't stop me. You didn't slow me down. You only sped me up and made me stronger. But I like a wide variety of music, like rap, rock, R&B. I don't just listen to rap. I don't know where I would be, to be honest with you, if I only listened to rap. I would be so one-sided. It's not even fun. I think me listening to a wide variety of music and watching comic books allow me to actually be more open-minded versus the world today, which the world today is not, that open-minded.
That negativity roll off my shoulder.
but yeah, bro, like these growing up on these like styles of like, I don't know, seeing a black girl.
When the Boondocks are more realistic than any modern show on television.
Literally, bro, seeing a black girl in a comic book or in a comic book TV show or movie with this kind of hair, it just like, for me, it just makes me comfortable. It's just like, this girl is very vibe worthy. She understands the culture, and she's also like open. You can tell she's open minded. She's not like preppy. She's not like worried about, she's just open minded. She's laid back. She's chill.
Like it's not just that. Like we're not just saying that. Like it's not just like we're not just saying that character like that. We only relate to black characters and stuff like that. Because, like I said, Cap is honest. Like in the Avengers Endgame, I did not cry for Tony. I cried for Cap. Because he finally got that poetic ending.
Yeah.
But it's about it. Like even if you aren't a black person, like you can still find ways to relate to these kinds of characters in some way, shape, or form. You still can. Just like how non-white characters can relate to guys like Superman, guys like Cap, like Wolverine. Literally the last episode, I spent a full 30 minutes defending the Wolverine movie because it is my favorite comic book movie of all time.
Sure.
I fought
to the definitely proved that. You definitely proved that.
I fought to the death for that movie.
You know what? My favorite, it's weird. One of my favorite villains, believe it or not, is actually Deathstroke. Honestly, as crazy as that kind of is, I just like he's hidden. You don't really know much about him. You just know he's Slade, right? He's apparently can tag Reverse Flash, which still gets me to this day. That was almost a year ago, but no, was it a year ago?
We're getting close.
We're getting close. It was like 10 months ago, 11 months ago. Yeah. Wow, we've been doing this for.
Okay. Actually not. It's been like 9 months ago.
9 months ago. Yeah, it was around the summer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just like those. But yeah, it's very possible. There's no excuse, is the point. You should, if you're a comic book nerd or a geek or an anime nerd or geek, like, first of all, there's no racism. Like, it's very hard for a comic book fan or anime fan to be racist. It's very, very small population, like 0.000.
Anime
fans.
Yes. Like I said with the cosplay thing, you dress like a certain character, you're immediately going to get hit with, but this character isn't black.
Listen, for me, comic book fans, I've never seen a racist comic. I'm just saying, I'm sure they are out there. I'm just saying.
Most certainly they are. You saw how many folks came out the woodwork when Superboy when they made Superboy bi. You saw how many folks came out the woodwork for that.
I just don't. But it's very common to like. I would much be more comfortable in a social gathering with a wide variety of people who can relate to this kind of stuff versus a mix of people who relate to us. Their version of a Saturday night is going to a party and doing beer pong. To be honest, bro, I have no interest in doing that. I'm 22. I can obviously drink, but I have no interest in playing beer pong, bro. I'm so serious. Like, I would much rather be spending my time, talking about stuff that, yes, it doesn't necessarily matter, but at least I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't enjoy it. So,
like, basically my whole stance is like diversity is important. I will always praise movies like Black Panther, movies like Shang-Chi, movies like Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel for giving people of a different, like giving minorities Blade, like giving them something, like giving them their own, like a character that they can relate to.
Spider-Verse. Oh yeah, forgot about that. Forgot about Spider-Verse. Spider-Verse even had an anime character in there.
Yeah. Penny Parker.
Yes, that was kind of cool. I was like, this is an anime character.
That's not like that, but like that's just why Spider-Verse will always be my favorite. Like,
yes,
anybody, like it captures the aspect of anybody can be Spider-Man.
Literally from another totally different realm, from the anime universe.
Like it does not matter who you are, where you come from. Anybody can be a web slinger.
Toon Squad.
The Toons. Anybody can be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. It does not matter who you are.
That's true. Anybody can wear the mask.
Yeah. We all wear masks, metaphorically speaking.
Wrong universe. Keep that in the DC world where it stays dark. The sun never shines.
So dark. There was a black dude that even played Batman. Like in the comics, there was a black Batman. Lucius Fox's kid. Like in an alternate universe, he became Batman.
I think they're making a movie. They announced it a year ago about this. They're making not a bad boy, but it's like he's gonna be playing like a sub variant, if you will, of Batman. He's a black guy. Yeah. And he's gonna be like in the Batman. It's like the DC. I can't remember what the movie is called, but I'll look it up later. But yeah.
Like in an alternate universe, it was like Lucius Fox's kid who became the next Batman.
Lucius.
Yeah.
Well. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you learned something today. That Black comic book characters and Black anime characters exist. They're important, and they're still relatable.
Like all forms of diversity.
Yes.
Are important.
And hopefully one day I can acquire and obtain and enjoy these conversations with someone who they don't have to look like this, they don't have to, but of the female nature would be nice for the wizard. That's a personal prayer for the wizard and I. I'm saying it for both of us, on behalf of both of us, because I know
my phone is so dry. My DMs are so dry.
My DMs are dry. The only DMs I get are from Harrison, doing these videos and doing these ideas, and I'm pretty sure the only DMs he gets are from me when I message him.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's so dry.
But one day they won't be. They won't be so. So that's good. All right, Mr. Wizard.
Y'all know what y'all need to do. Y'all folks, hit the comments down below. Tell us y'all favorite characters of any race, honestly. Yes. Any race. Go ahead and drop them down below. Like who is y'all's favorite? Who do y'all relate to the most? Smash that like button down below. Put some pressure on that notification bell and be sure to subscribe to the What If series for more videos. I hope you enjoyed the show.
No, it's playing. These are literally our variants.
I'm gonna light my candles.
candles.
We did not talk about Electro.
Yo, he is like, wow.
Honestly, I thought you were black. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't worry.
There's gotta be a black Spider-Man.
I'm sure there's a black Spider-Man somewhere.
Zoom in. Electro. Honestly, Electro, I thought you were black. No, it's okay. I thought it's gonna be a black Electro somewhere. There's gotta be one.
There's gotta be.
We did not talk about Electro.
Yeah.